welcome to week 7 and week 8. I'm going to go ahead and talk about really the rest of this semester. So the last couple of weeks of Music Appreciation Online. You guys have been trucking along without needing any extra help other than just answering a few emails and stuff. So I haven't really felt the need to record a video for you in a couple weeks. But I want to go ahead and get these last couple of weeks covered, make sure that you understand how to do Special Project 2. It won't take you that long to do. I think you'll be fine if you just start it this week and get everything done that way. And I want to go over the final exam a little bit because I know some of you have some questions about that. So this will be a slightly longer video, but it's going to cover a lot of stuff, not just week 7. It's also going to cover Special Project 2 and the last week, including the final exam. So week 7 starts today, which is Monday the 13th, and continues through Sunday the 19th. And then your last week starts on the 20th. So this is real simple. Just read the last chapter of the book, which is chapter 13. You've got assignment 7 and discussion board 7 that relate to that. And then you do have a unit 6 quiz, which really just comes from the assignment 7. So you're going to see a lot of the same questions on those. So just make sure you're ready for that. You should be good to go. Most of you have been doing very well with all of that stuff. So that's it for week 7. Week 7 is pretty easy. Now, week 8 is our last week, and there's a few things that you need to know about this week. So, first off, the first thing, order of business for week 8 is Special Project 2. I do suggest that you start it on, this week, week 7, and that way you have a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that you're getting it done on time. Should not take you that long to do. And then you have the final exam here. So I'll go over the special project here in just a minute. Let me go over the final exam first. So your final exam can be taken entirely online using the Respondus Lockdown browser with the Respondus monitor. So you'll have to download that. There are instructions on how to do that. And if you need help with it, just let me know. But the basics of it is if you just go to your main page in... Let's see, I don't think I can get there in student preview mode, but I'll just go there in my normal mode. So if you go to your main page for Blackboard and go under the technology links, which you should have this technology resources, you'll click on the Respondus Lockdown browser there. It'll take you to this page, and then you'll download it here. Now, you have to download it through here because it specifically says it's the one for UACCM. So make sure that you're doing that. Download it, install it, and then when you go to take the exam, you actually have to open the Respondus Lockdown browser. It's just like Chrome or Safari or Edge or any of those. It's its own standalone browser. You click on that, it takes you to Blackboard. You log in. You will have to have your password. It doesn't have it saved. So you'll log into your password, and then you'll go to the exam and be able to do it that way. So that's the big one. If you want to do it online, you're going to have to use that Respondus Lockdown, and you're going to have an active webcam because it does record you. Now, if you don't want to deal with that, if you'd rather come to campus and take it there, that's fine. Because this is a summer class, I'm not really going to have a day where you just come into the classroom and take it. Instead, you have the option of being able to take it in the testing center. Sorry, I was trying to think about doing too many different things at once. Let me get back over to week 8. So the testing center, testing services is in the business building on campus. And there is an email that you can find if I can get it to open. Here we go. Week 8 instructions. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So you could email testing services or you can call them and you can schedule an appointment to take the final exam there. They have computers where you can do it there. So you'll log in. They've got all the stuff installed already, so you don't have to worry about installing it on your computer. And you can take it there. Now, because it's an online class, it is only available as an electronic test, so you will have to use the computer either way. Just if you don't want to have to worry about installing stuff on your computer, you can go to the testing center and take it that way. So if you want to do that, you will need to email me first, because the way the testing center works is you have to ask permission for me. I will give you permission. You don't even have to give me a reason why you want to take it, and just tell me that you want to take it in the testing center. I'll send a form over to them, and then you can email them or call them to set up your appointment. So the only big thing is that you have to take it before 6 p.m. on the 23rd, which is a Thursday. Okay, so it will open on Monday, the 20th, and then you will take the final exam by 6 p.m. Okay. Now, the special project I do have set to be due on the 20th at 8 a.m. I'm going to push that back. I'm actually going to push that back to the 22nd so that you have a little bit of extra time to get that turned in. But that's all with the final exam. For special project 2, let's talk about that a little bit, although there is a full-length video that will show you more about that. So to find Special Project 2, you will go up into the Special Projects folder, and you will find the Special Project 2 instruction video, which will explain everything that you need to know. But the basics of it are that you are actually going to, here's an instruction video right here, and the rubric is up here, but basically you are going to make a favorite song presentation just to present what your favorite song is. I've got all the detailed instructions in this video, so I'm not going to go over it right here. But there's a rubric that you can click on, and you can see, make sure that you've got all the stuff there to get your full points. And then I've got several examples. You're pretty open. You can do this either as a PowerPoint presentation, or you can record a video or something like that. You can make a website, whatever you want to do. It's pretty open there. I will tell you, if you're going to use Google Sites, there are some problems with how you share things in Google Sites. So I don't recommend using Google Sites just for that reason. If you do use Google Sites, then you might want to actually just do a screen record and record yourself going through it, instead of trying to embed the audio into the Google Sites page, because it doesn't always share correctly, and I don't want you to run into any trouble with that. So that's why I don't recommend using Google Sites, but everything else is fine. Use the instruction video to kind of see exactly what you need to know for that. Like I said, I am going to push the due date back to the 22nd, or the Monday of the 23rd, I guess, the day that the final exam is due. That way you've got a little bit of extra time to do it. Now, when you turn it in, this is the big thing. Most people don't have trouble with the content, but the big thing is you have to turn it in here, which it's past due because I haven't changed the due date yet. I'll fix that. This is still the due date from the last spring, so I'll fix that. But you have to turn it in here, and you have to also do a discussion board about it. So when you hit view instructions, it it'll tell you here you can either paste a link to it, or you can upload a file if you've done a file or something like that. Just make sure that it does have your audio in it. So if you're going to export a file, exporting a PDF file is not going to work because it's not going to have the audio in it. So make sure that you're exporting like a video file, or even a PowerPoint file is fine. I'll be able to open it that way. I will not accept this late, so make sure that, it's going to be due the last day of class anyway, so make sure that you're getting it done on time. So you will submit the project there, but then you will also, the discussion board for this week is your favorite song presentation. So you will submit the favorite song presentation in here, and then you will also comment on somebody else's. So try to submit yours early so that you can have some time to get the rest of your responses done in time. So again, I'm going to change this due date to the 23rd at 8 a.m. And just make one due date, but make sure that you're leaving enough time to be able to respond to other people as well. And for the responses for this one, it can be a simple response, just, hey, I really like that song, or whatever. It doesn't have to be something super in-depth for this. So you're going to turn it in both places, and I've got that marked in several places here. So you have to turn it in to the actual assignment here under special projects, but then you will also paste it in the discussion board, where you'll just paste what a link to it, or upload the file into the discussion post so that other people can see it. And again, that's all in a little bit more detail in this instruction video. Okay, hopefully that gives you everything that you need to know. If you have any questions, please send me an email or a message, and I'll be happy to help you out. Otherwise, I hope you have a great week and finish out things strong. And we'll see you around campus later on. Take care.